Hello friends! Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and share this to my other pages so nobody misses out. And I'm gonna post my shopping link right here in the comments. So everything you're about to see is gonna be available at rayahopebeauty.com. I'm gonna pin it right there. And share this to my other pages. So I have one page called Raya Coleman, and that's like my personal Facebook page. So you can click the follow button there, and then you can join my VIP group, which is called Beauty by Raya Hope. So make sure you're in both of those. And when you pop on, let me know where you're watching from. Say hello. Go ahead and click that share button in your bottom left-hand corner. Invite your friends to watch. And I'll get started. But I hope you guys are all having a good hump day. I will link my outfit details on my Instagram right after I get off. Like I always do. Okay, so you guys have been asking for a bright, crazy eye look. So that's what you're gonna get. I am pretty much known for doing more like subtle looks. More everyday, more, in my opinion, realistic for recreating at home. But you guys want to be entertained, so we're going to entertain you. So we're going to do a really bright eye today. Perfect for springtime. So hopefully you guys like it. And I've never done an eye look like this, so to be honest, hopefully it comes out good. But let me know where you're watching from. Say hi when you pop on so I know who's all here. And I really 1001% appreciate you guys sharing. So if you can click that share button in your bottom left hand corner, or just tag your friend in the comments if you know anyone who's home as well, who wants to be entertained by a good fun makeup tutorial, just let me know. Hi guys, welcome. All right, so we'll go ahead and get started. Hello from New York. How's the weather in New York? Is it rainy? Hello from Texas. All right, so I'm gonna kind of try to breeze through my foundation routine just so we can get to this eye look, because I have a feeling it might take a little bit. So right now I'm gonna use my Liquid Touch foundation, and I'm gonna throw this on using my powder concealer brush. On my skin, before I put on any makeup, I always do my pre-makeup routine, and I'm like super strict with that because it really does matter, and it really does contribute to how good the makeup looks. So if you haven't been priming your skin before makeup, they have a joke, and it's a crime not to prime, and that really does kind of make sense, because priming not only allows your foundation to sit evenly on top of a even surface, unlike our skin, which has lines and creases and large pores and divots and scars and all the things that your foundation can seep into and just accentuate. The primer allows it to sit nicely and neatly on top. So if you guys haven't been using primer, definitely highly recommend to grab some today. We will have 3 different kinds. Right now we have the Glorious Face Primer, which is good for combination and normal skin. And then we have the Hydrating Face Primer, which is really good for mature skin and dry skin. And then April 1st we launch the Mattifying Face Primer, which is what I have on. And I've actually been wearing this for 3 days now, consecutive, just so I can get like a really good idea of it, and it is amazing if you have oily skin or large pores. So again, April 1st this launches, so definitely put a reminder in your phone to grab it. The brush that I'm using right now is called the Powder Concealer Brush. It's amazing. It's my favorite for applying my Liquid Touch because it applies it very evenly, and as you see, very quickly. So I mean, that took what, like 5 seconds. And I love that it's like flexible, so it really kind of moves the foundation around evenly, but it's not like overly flexible that it's eating up all my foundation. So really great brush. And then I do love this side for blending out eyeshadow too. My daughter is an ICU. Oh, praying for her, Jody. Thank you for your daughter's service. April 1st, the blush in Sisterly is supposed to be restocked also. Thanks, Tani. Working from home, awesome. Love you, Jules. Thank you. Hi guys, Iowa in the house. Hey. So excited for this look. Yes, I love the orange. Oh good. I know, I actually really like the orange too. I'm not typically a bright eye person, to be honest. I love like browns and neutrals, but the orange was really fun and very flattering on my eyes. So if you have blue-gray eyes, we used the orange color in the Addiction Palette 7 the other day. So this is the one we're going to be using today. About the medical field. Oh yes, praying for all of the medical field people. I don't know how I would do in that. So I'm so thankful for their bravery in all of this. Hopefully they all stay safe. This is the mattifying face primer. So this launches on the 1st, if that's what you're talking about. So mattifying face primer, which again is good for oily skin and large pores. All right, so now I'm just going in with just a little bit more of my liquid touch, and I just pop that all over my skin, and now I'm fine-tuning this coverage using the Blending Buds by Younique. If you watch me for any amount of time, I'm going to totally sound like a broken record because these blending buds are thebomb.com. They really, really do make a gigantic difference on how full coverage your makeup looks and how smooth it looks. If you have large pores or a lot of fine lines and wrinkles, these blending buds are going to be crucial to getting your makeup to look good. I'm just going to be honest. They compact the makeup into place. They're also made from like a different material, so they're not like your everyday beauty blender. They really do make a very large difference. So I just kind of bounce this, just as you see, around my neck. And the reason that I use the brush and the blending bud is because if I was putting all of my foundation on with this motion, one, my hand would get really tired really quickly, and it would take much, much longer. So I rather get it all on there and then fine tune it. So that's why I use both. I need the highlight blush and lighter color lipstick for summer. Highlighting blush. So that would probably be the shade Sisterly, and that should come back in stock on the 1st. And a color for lip for summertime. I think you'll really like the lip color I'm going to do today. For all those in medical field, thank you. Yes, thank you. Order those buds. Oh, good. They are seriously game changers. To use the blood wet or dry. So I use it wet. So I wring it underneath the water until no water falls from it. That's when it's ready to use. So now I'm going to use the smaller blending buds. So when you buy them, you get 2. You get the large and the small, which is perfect for foundation, concealer. So now I'm using my Skin Perfecting Concealer in the shade Organza. And then now I'm going to bounce this off, and you're going to really, really see how much more full coverage all of this is. And I also really love to put it on top of my eyelid as well. You can see the difference in the two. This one you can kind of still see some darkness versus this side is like completely blended with the rest of my foundation. I also really like it because it makes my eyes kind of tackier, so it holds on to my eyeshadow really, really well. So we just kind of bounce this. I'm Scarlet with my summer shade, probably the shade Lace in the liquid, and then you'd be the shade Velour in the powder. The shade Velour actually runs really light in the powder. So a lot of times when I'm color matching really light skin and I recommend Velour in the powder, everyone's like, that's too dark. It says it's like the 3rd shade in, but I assure you it's much lighter than Organza. So just message me. If you're not sure what colors you are, what colors to grab, just shoot me a message, send me a selfie facing a window, and I can give you a full recommendation. All right, so now I'm going to take my dry beauty blender, and I'm going to spritz my setting spray on this. And I like the setting spray before I go in with my setting powder on top of this dry Real Techniques beauty blender. It really makes the setting powder lay like softer, I guess. I don't really know what word I want to use exactly to say it, but it just grabs it really nicely. So what we're doing now is a technique called baking. So this is a perfect technique if you have oily skin or large pores, or if you do have mature skin, or if you have a lot of fine lines and wrinkles around your eyes, you can use this same product to set your concealer. You're just going to use less of it. So I popped the cap off mine so I could do this step. It normally comes with a little mesh plating over top. You're going to utilize that mesh plate, so you don't get like a ton of product on there. All right, so once I have this all on, just like that, look like a mustache, look like Santa. Ho, ho, ho. Could I get the Perfecting Concealer in a very light shade? Yes. The shade Scarlet would be the lightest shade. I personally love the concealer in the shade Organza because it has very light pink undertones. And if you're trying to hide dark circles or things that are purple or what color? Purple or blues, pink kind of cancels out those colors. So I really love the shade Organza for pretty much everyone, unless you have a very darker complexion. That's terrible English. I'm sorry, English teachers. If you have a darker complexion than I do, I'd probably not recommend Organza, but it is the best for hiding dark circles. I use crepe in the powder. That's a good one too. Oh, thank you for their work. Let them know we're thankful for them. Am I freezing for anybody else? Let me know. And because there's AT&T people on my street, and I don't know if they're messing with the service. So let me know if I am freezing for anybody else. The best foundation for older skin. Lisa, you are going to want to watch my tutorial from yesterday. I showed you the perfect combination for mature skin. It's actually what my mom uses, and I highly recommend it. I'm going to grab just a little bit more. If you see see how that little area is kind of shiny? I don't want no shininess. I want it to look matte. And then I love these fan brushes. They really remove anything very softly on your skin instead of shifting your foundation. Not freezing, just put my laundry on. Yay, Lori, I'm so excited. I'm actually going to go live after this and use the Levite. I don't know if I could grab it without knocking over my coffee. If I knock over my coffee, I blame you. Just kidding. I'm going to use this guy, the Levite straightener brush. I'm going to use right after I get off live. So make sure you tune back in. Okay, so now I'm going to take my dry beauty blender again, and this time I'm going to grab it on top of my pressed powder in the shade Scarlet. Again, the shade Organza would be a really good option for doing this step because of the pink undertones for hiding dark circles. But this is my favorite way to highlight my under eyes because the pressed powders by Unique are honestly the most softest, gentlest, lightest pressed powders you will ever find. They are not cakey, they are not heavy, they do not suffocate your skin, they don't make you look caked up or super duper powdery. They're literally incredible. Hi, Oklahoma. I'm redhead with lots of freckles and pale right now, and I have summertime. I get a lot of color. Would you stay? Hold on, load more lighter shade for the concealer. So for me personally, even if I get really tan, I did get a little bit tan. We were at the beach 2 weeks ago or a week ago, whatever. I stick with my same concealer shade, honestly, because it just makes my under eyes look more highlighted, which is really flattering on. I do change my pressed powder shades and I do change my liquid shades. So if you were going to grab different colors for summertime, grab one or both of these in the different color. And again, if you're not sure what color to get, just message me a selfie or message me a photo of you during the summer and I can color match off that photo too. I wasn't sure if it would work well with the pixie. I think my hair is a little shorter than yours. No, it works. I'm going to show you how. Aw, thank you, Savannah. You're so sweet. Pressed powder is amazing. So soft and velvety. Ooh, I love that term, velvety. Yes, it definitely is. All right, so now I'm going to take it on my big powder brush and I'm going to take the shade Taffeta now, and this is like my true shade, and I'm just going to bounce this off my skin. And what this is going to do is it's going to set the foundation. It's also going to make sure everything looks very blended, very melted together, so there's no clear lines from where I highlighted versus where I didn't highlight. This is also going to help absorb any natural oils or humidity or sweat or anything like that, so I'm not going to look shiny. It's going to hold everything in a place so my foundation doesn't come off on everything. It really does create a very good barrier between your makeup and the rest of the world. How are things? We are good. We're very good. Thank you. One day at a time, you know? This will all be over soon. Praying, and we'll be laughing at all the gifts about all of this time. Okay, just keep thinking about the future. Stay positive, and we'll be okay. Okay, so now for contouring, I'm going to use my beachfront bronzer in the shade Hermosa, And then we're going to take the Tapered blusher brush, and this is like the best brush for contouring, you guys. I always swirl on the cap, which separates the pigment really good, so you don't like go in and it's like a chunk of bronzer that you have to blend out. Honestly, this brush does all of the work for you. You want to start at the top of the ear and kind of swipe towards the corner of your mouth. You want to stop like 2 finger lengths away from your mouth. And then once you see kind of a line forming, that's when I turn my brush and I just swirl over that line. And that's going to soften it up. And then for contouring around the jawline, just goes like this. And this is going to create a little bit of a shadow there, which is perfect for hiding all those double, triple chins that were, have you heard the phrase quarantine 15? That we're all going to gain. So it's perfect for that quarantine 15. So just popping that around the jawline. Did my makeup today for the first time in the last week. Oh, good for you, Jody. You're making for the base foundation application game changer. Yes. Oh, good. I'm so glad it changed your life. What is the name of the brush? This is called the Tapered blusher brush. And it's available on my website right here. So I put on primer and liquid and press powder and my skin goes flaky. Should I switch to stick? No, I would switch to the hydrating face primer, and I would do setting spray, primer, setting spray, and I would make sure you're applying with your blending buds. You will also make sure that you are using your setting spray afterwards, and then if your skin still feels dry or looks flaky, I would definitely pick up the exfoliating face mask, and then I would also grab the rose water, or all things that could help. Oh my gosh, do your makeup. Go get your makeup bag. Let's do our makeup together. All I've done is eat. The color of the bronzer is the shade Hermosa, which is really, really great. It's not like too dark. It's not too light. It's pretty perfect. So again, top of the ear, working to the corner of the mouth, and then spin that brush, girl, right over it, and it'll soften that up. Know the big powder brush you used before. Message me and I can give you the link to that. All right, so same thing. I'm just going to enhance this contour, make it a little bit darker. Same thing over here. I love a good bold contour, especially when we're going to do a crazy looking eye. Yes, message me for the link, and then message me if you guys need any help picking out any colors, or if you need to be color matched, or if you have any questions on products or anything. Just shoot me a message. Oh, wow, that's cool, Jenna. Twins. Okay, so now for highlight, or for blush, I'm going to use this color that I haven't used in a very long time. Oh, look how crazy it is. So this is another one of those blush colors that are on our website where you look at it and you're like, I could never wear that. But actually, it's a very, very pretty subtle blush. So you're going to take your blusher brush, tap it in, always swirl into the cap. You can even tap some off if you're comfortable with that, and smile. And you're going to tap this on the apple of your cheek working up to the hairline. And this color is the shade Stunning. It's a matte, bright pink blush, but it goes on kind of like a rosy pink. But it's very, very pretty. It's very similar to the color Sisterly, just without the highlight effect. So if you do love that shade Sisterly or the shade Serene in the blushes, which was like a really gorgeous pink, this is exactly the same. It's just in matte. There's no shimmer to it. There's no nothing. Just a very pretty, bright pink. And then I always love to swirl, tap, and then tap on. Gives me more control over how much is going and where it's going. So I just do this and build slowly until I like the outcome, which I just want a very slight flush color. So this is perfect. All right, so now that we've done that, now I'm going to highlight. So I'm going to use my Touch of Mode Luminizer, and this is the cream to powder in the shade Lustrous, which is a really pretty kind of like bronzy gold. It's really pretty on. You get this really nice little highlighted effect. Make the throw the compact. Oh no, I hate that. Yes, Mary, grab the pressed powder. You will not be disappointed. It's so, so good. Does the lace come in the mineral pressed powder? No, but the shade, you'd want the shade Taffeta. All right, so once we have that on, and I like to apply it with my finger, just because the warmth from my hand really kind of melts the product into place. If you have a lot of fine lines and wrinkles, you'll love the cream to powder. It doesn't like accentuate them. It goes on the skin very nicely. Kathy, it's going to be under face, and it's going to be under blush and bronzer. But if you still have any trouble finding any products, just send me a message and I can give you the link directly. I have no problem doing that. So if you have any trouble with our website or navigating it or anything, just send me a message and I can give you a recommendation or the links. All right, so now I'm using my Touch and Meld Luminizer in the shade Lustrous, and I just pop that right over top of the cream to powder. It just kind of makes it a little more pigmented and a little more poppy. So if you love a good highlight, that's a perfect way to achieve it very quickly. I will give you the link to all of my jewelry and my outfit over on Instagram as soon as I'm off here. So you'll want to watch the Instagram stories, which I actually did a closet tour on my Instagram. I know a lot of people have been asking for that. So if you want to see that as well, go to my Instagram, which is pinned in the description, or you could just search Rhea Hope on Insta, and then click on my profile picture on Instagram and the stories will start to play. Do you have the powder for highlighter? Yes. So that was what I just used. That was this guy right here. So that was the Touch and Meld Luminizer in the shade, if I could open it, in the shade, oh my gosh, there we go, in the shade Lustrous. So that's what I have on right there. All right, so now we're gonna throw on our eyebrows really fast and then we'll move on to this crazy pink eye look. All right, so brushing through my brows, and then I'm just gonna brush through my eyelashes really quickly, just a little bit. All right, and then eyebrow time. I'm gonna use the brow pencil in the shade Medium. It's my favorite way for doing my eyebrows because it's so fast and it's so easy. You have like the smallest retractable tip on there, so you get really good precise application with this. So you can really kind of start slow at doing your brows. So if you are new at doing your eyebrows or you want to practice, now's the perfect time since we all have to stay home. So if you don't like them, you're not going out in public, this is perfect. So make sure you grab the brow pencil. I'm telling you, it's the perfect learning tool. I always thought that I would never be able to do my brows, and I always thought I would look like a caterpillar, make them look too big or too dark or whatever. And it wasn't until I got this pencil that I really started to feel like I could do it well. Lorraine, you're going to go to RheaHopeBeauty.com. And if you have any trouble finding anything, just message me a selfie or let me know what you're looking for and I can give you the link. Either or, but just shoot me a message. I would message you, but as soon as I get off these Facebook Lives, the comments get all jumbled and some of them disappear. So make sure you send me a message. That way I'm sure to get it. And if you're not sure how to message me here on Facebook, it's super easy. You can tap on my face right now and the description window should pop down. You can click on my name, which will take you to my profile, and then you'll see an option to be able to send me a message there. Or you can just search me on Facebook by searching Rhea Hope, all one word, look for my picture, and message me there. Or on Instagram, again, Rhea Hope. Or you can go to my website, RheaHopeBeauty.com, and at the very bottom of my website, you'll see an option to be able to send me an email. So you could do that way too. I have like eyebrow hairs leaving left and right. There we go. Make sure it just looks a little bit sharper, and then we're ready for this eye look. Okay. You're so excited. I'm gonna try to do my makeup today. I had a bad reaction to something last week. Oh no! I'm so sorry. I haven't dried my face out. I haven't been able to use anything on my face, but I think I've gotten that under control. Oh good. I'm glad you got it under. The self tanner, message me, I'll give you the link to it. And I also have a coupon code, Courtney. So send me a message, I'll give you the link to it because I love the self tanner that I use. It's not like orange and it doesn't fade really bad. It fades perfectly. Aw, thank you. Thanks, Julie. Okay, so I'm going to take my eyeliner in the shade Perfect first. And I'm going to pop this on my waterlines. And I love doing this step before I do my eyeshadow, because if I go to smoke it out, it smokes this out as well. And then, yeah, and that's why. But I love this eyeliner. It's actually on sale in the Kudos, which if you're not sure what a Kudos is, it's like our monthly deal. Every month it's something different. This month you get your choice of any eyeliner, any eyeshadow palette, and any mascara. So you got all three of these things for a discount. Am I freezing for anybody else? Let me know before I start like the eyeshadow, because that's what everybody wants to see. So I'll wait for a second while you guys tell me. All right, I'm gonna grab 3 brushes. I'm gonna grab my Picture is clear. Got my eyebrows. Having a mess. I finally got them tweezed last night. Nice. Happy day for Sue here. I'm still not seeing the lights on my flat iron. So they're not really like lights. It's just like the heat distribution. So it shouldn't like light up. Okay, I'm going to just wipe off my brushes. All right, so the 3 brushes that I'm going to use today are the liner shader brush, and then the fluffy crease brush, and the blending brush. So all 3 of these are going to be available on my website right here, rayahopebeauty.com. The eyeliner I used was in the shade Perfect. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I just undid from my Wi-Fi, and hopefully it kind of figures itself out. But you can always watch this on the replay. For some reason, once it's like loaded up here on Facebook, it usually fixes itself. I also always upload these on my YouTube channel, which you can search by going to Raya Hope. You can find me anywhere. All right, so now who's ready? Who's ready? All right, so we're gonna do, yes, my kids are home. Can you ask how you and Ryan handling it? What do you mean? Oh, from the kids? They're great. My kids are home buddies. Okay, so we're going to use these 2 colors today, which this color is the shade Sharp. So, first things first, I'm going to do this brush right here. So this is the liner shader brush, and I love it because it has dual ends. So we're going to use this brush right here on the other side, and we're going to grab Sharp onto this brush. And we're going to start packing this on. So I'm going to start here on the lid, packing it on, and then we're going to blend it out. So going right in for it. We're doing the real deal right now. Which foundation do you recommend for dry skin? I would do the BB Flawless if you want more everyday coverage, like light medium coverage, or if you love full coverage, I would do the stick foundation for dry skin. Also, I would recommend the Hydrating Face Primer. Red lights light up on the plate. If you have the older Velora, the press powder button twice. The new version, it should come on when you turn on. Oh, I didn't know there was 2 versions. How do you cover marks on the face when you break out? Catherine, you're definitely going to want to use the setting spray, the primer, and the blending buds, as well as our concealer is really amazing for covering. But you can always message me, a selfie facing a window, and I can give you a full recommendation on what products to use. But that's always the best than getting a verbal recommendation. I always recommend you to message me, and I can help you personally. All right, so I'm packing it on this eye before we blend it out. Yeah, it's right there. Thank you. Yes, you guys wanted to see a bright springtime look, so here we go. But normally I do more everyday looks that you can recreate at home. But I figured this will be entertaining for us today. All right, so I'm just packing this on still. Packing. And then once I've gotten to the crease, so I'm going to take this all the way to the crease. And then once I've gotten there, now I'm going to switch brushes, and I'm going to grab my fluffy crease brush. I'm going to grab just a little bit of that, and then I'm going to swirl it into the cap. I'm going to tap it off, and then now we're going to blend. And I'm using a little bit heavier of a hand than I normally would when I do eyeshadow. But we're going to blend this all up. And I might go back and forth with adding more on the lid. So what I'm doing pretty much is blending what I have already out instead of grabbing more to soften it up. Now you can already see, look how much softer this side is than this side. Isn't that crazy? A little bit of blending, you guys, is a lot. So we're just going to keep blending that until we like it. The more you blend, the better it looks. Oh, really? I didn't know that there was different ones. Cool. So we are doing a fun, crazy eye look, but I am not one to recommend anything with like, oh, you're 60, you can't wear pink eyeshadow. I mean, you do you. Whatever you feel comfortable with, that's what I think you should do. But I always love to give you guys new, different kinds of tutorials, so this is just one of those. I use it on 45. Yes, so, you know, teach their own. Whatever floats your boat. Whatever makes you happy, we should do that. Life is short. So if pink eyeshadow makes you happy, you put on that pink eyeshadow. All right, so I'm going to grab a little bit more on my liner shader brush, and now I'm going to pack this on again on my lid. And we're almost done. And then I haven't forgotten about my girls that want to see green. Believe me, I know. We're going to do a green eye look this month. But I saw a girlfriend of mine do this one and it looked so pretty on her. It was definitely loud, but I was like, you know what? I could probably rock that. If I must. Because I'm more of a neutral eye look too. Type of girl. I love my browns, my golds. What if I use pinks and reds? Just depends on how to put it on. Exactly. Absolutely. That's so true. I actually did a very subtle pink eye look the other day. Remember that? That one was probably one of my favorites, actually, that I've done in a very long time. I used the color I'm using right now, but I just blended it out a lot in the crease. And then I used the liquid eyeshadow in the shade Reverent. It was so gorgeous. I really actually love that. All right, so I'm going to switch it up, and I'm going to grab it on my finger. So doing this part really compacts it on there. So I've saved this for last because I really want to be intentional on where I'm putting it. Okay. Perfect. I like when you did the looks on November. Oh, thanks. Yeah, for sure. It's very natural, very, very gentle on your skin. Giggly. Yeah, that one's a really pretty one too. All right, blending whatever is out in there. Okay. All right, I'm gonna switch up my brushes. First, I'm gonna take this empty brush and I'm gonna sweep away any shadow that may have fallen. Now I'm gonna take my brush and I'm just going to run it along the outsides. Just soften it up even more. All right, and then now I'm gonna I take my crease brush, but it's dirty. So I'm just gonna take this one and I'm gonna take the shade Electrified, which is this really gorgeous kind of champagne white. And I'm gonna pop that on the inner corner. And this is gonna kind of change up the look a little bit, but it's gonna make it a little, it's gonna be the pop that it needs. Okay. Okay. And now we're just gonna fine tune it. I love our makeup brushes though, especially if you think that you're not good at eyeshadow. I thought the same thing. And our eyeshadow brushes really make it a lot simpler. All right, now I'm gonna grab, it does not matter what color. I'm gonna grab the liner shader brush. I'm gonna dip it in the pink, which was sharp. And I'm gonna line this really fast here just to make it look more like cohesive, but I'm actually gonna do another color over top of it as well, because I don't really want like a whole pink circle around my eye, but I do want that pink hue underneath. So I'm gonna just take that underneath first, and now I'm gonna grab, again, doesn't matter what dark color, but I'm just gonna take this one because it's handy, Nonsensical, which is this darker brown. And then I'm going to take this and line it underneath or on top. Just like so. And then for our lip today, we're going to do a very light springtime lip look. When you're doing bold eyes, I always love to do kind of a softer lip with it, just because you have so much going on. Okay. So now I always kind of sweep away any eyeshadow that fell, and then I always take my blending bud that had my foundation on it, and I very firmly bounce this off my under eye just like this, and this is going to pick up any eyeshadow that may have fallen or that got in the way. Just like that. Wow. I finally looked up. Whew, dale. Yes, practice makes better, you guys. Don't give up, just practice. All right, so I'm gonna set my makeup really fast and then we'll finish. All right, so always set your makeup because it takes away the makeup-y look, takes away the powdery look, and it really just seals everything. It also prevents it from coming off on people's clothes or your phone or whatever. And then now we're gonna use our lash primer and go from the base of the lash all the way up. And we're just gonna give it one good coat. And this lash primer, just like it's a crime not to prime your face, same thing goes for your lashes. It really makes a huge difference on the length, the volume, the hold, the smudge proofness. It's game changer. Also, it hydrates your lashes, which is really good for them, which helps them to grow and helps to curl. Kind of helps to like fan them out. Okay. So now we're going to go in with the 4D mascara, and this is my favorite mascara I've ever used. It's so incredible. It gives you the most length and volume I've ever gotten from any mascara. It's super easy to use. It's just one system. And I'm just going to take it at the base of the lash and go all the way up. Just like that. And it also lasts for a really, really long time. Usually one thing of mascara of the 4D will last me like around almost like 5 to 6 months, I feel like. At least 5. And I swear putting mascara on always makes it look so much better. Alright, so same thing over here, base of the lash all the way up. And then like I said before, make sure you are following me over on Instagram. My name is Rhea Hope there, so if you didn't catch the closet tour, you can check that out. And then if you want to grab any of what I used, the palettes are all on sale in the Kudos, which are actually going to be retiring. So if you haven't grabbed the Addiction palettes, which are all of these guys, definitely make sure you grab them ASAP. They're so pigmented, they're so pretty. So palette 7, the one I used today, is the only one that's like loud like that. If you want something more natural or more like everyday, Addiction Palette 1 is my fave. It's like my go-to. Alright, I'm going to just do another coat. And then we'll do our lips really fast. But let me know if you guys need any recommendations or if you need any help picking out products. Just send me a message and then you can shop at rheahopebeauty.com, which is just down below. Pinned in the comments. Alright. Much better. Now we're going to take the waterproof mascara, and I just love to do a little coat of this on top. One, because it makes my lashes waterproof, but waterproof actually helps my lashes to curl really well as well. I don't know why, but it does. Alright. Yeah, thank you. Alright, so now for our lips. We're going to do lip liner and Prudent, of course. It's my favorite. I love our lip liners because they're super creamy. They glide on. They're smudge proof. They're matte. They're amazing. So I'm going to liner lips with this. And then these pencil sharpeners, you guys, it's by Unique, and they're like $7, $7.50, and they are the best. They sharpen all your eyeliners and lip liners without like jacking them up. All right, and then I'm gonna fill in. Fill in everywhere. Okay, Prudent is on. Now I'm gonna take the lipstick in the shade Upscale, and if there was one color that looked good on everyone, this would be it. So again, it's the shade Upscale in the lipsticks, and it is the prettiest, softest pink. It's almost like a nude pink. It's so pretty. Okay, and then last step is I'm going to take the lip gloss in the shade Lucid. And I'm going to put this right on top. And this color is very pastel, which is perfect for getting that really light color. So just like that. Ta-da! we are rocking pink eyeshadow. So yes, the sharpener is this guy. So it's like $7. It's going to be under tools, and then it's going to be under accessories, I believe. So definitely check it out there. There's also tweezers, there's eyebrow stencils, there's so much like fun stuff under there. So there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed your crazy eye look for the day. So yes, let me know if you guys need any recommendations or need any help picking out any products. Oh, that's like I wear different colors. Ooh, fun. Depending on your mood. And I will give you guys full outfit details over on my Instagram as soon as I get off here. And then I will actually be popping right back on Facebook to do the Levite straightener brush, this guy. So we're going to do a really quickie tutorial using this, and we're going to just straighten our hair. So if you guys want to catch that, make sure that you tune back in here on Facebook, and let me know if you guys need any recommendations for makeup or hair or anything. I'm here to help. So I love you guys. I'll see you in like 5 minutes.